3D glasses without the lenses, on.
This is my home. We have fishing, hunting, and a charming view of the sunsets. The only problems are the pests. You see, most places have mice or mosquitoes. We have dragon.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Daily Review, episode number 308. I have these 3D glasses on, so that means it's time to review a 3D movie. Hopefully in about 2 years' time. I'm not going to have to wear these glasses in every single movie review because it seems like that's the way modern filmmaking's going, especially in America. I don't know. But the film I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today is How to Train Your Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon is directed by Dean DeBlois, Chris Sanders. It's voiced by Jay Baruchel, Gerard Butler, Craig Ferguson, America Ferrera, Jonah Hill, Christopher Mintz-Plasse, T.J. Miller, and the one, the only Kristen Wiig. How to Train Your Dragon is the story of this kid named Hiccup who lives amongst all these Vikings. His father is this powerful Viking, and they slay dragons and all that sort of thing. He wants to be kind of not a wimp anymore, and so one day he decides to shoot off this huge thing into the sky, and he ends up hitting this dragon and capturing it, and it's the Night Fury, the one that's so hard to get. Nobody's ever actually seen a Night Fury, and he goes and finds it in the woods and realizes that its tail is kind of broken. He kind of mends it and fixes it and kind of befriends this dragon, and what ensues is kind of an inspiring little animated film about humanity, and I would say about this kid becoming friends with the dragon and showing the Vikings that these dragons aren't that bad. They're just as scared of us as we are of them. How to Train Your Dragon, I think, is surprisingly good. I remember when I first saw the trailer, actually I believe when I first saw the poster for this movie, and I just saw the title, How to Train Your Dragon, I thought, oh no, like this is going to be another crummy little run-of-the-mill animated film with a title like How to Train Your Dragon. It just sounded bad. I saw the trailer for it. It looked a little better than my initial thoughts on it, but I was still kind of unconvinced. But How to Train Your Dragon is actually a surprisingly sweet, enjoyable little animated film. Right off the bat, I think the voice acting in the film is pretty exceptional. I think especially Jay Baruchel as the character of Hiccup, he really gives the character life and makes you feel for this person, which is something that I think a lot of animated films just kind of phone in. They put these characters in the film, and it's just like, oh, you're supposed to care about this person, and this person, and you end up kind of caring about them, but not nearly enough as you should. And I think by the end of this film, you really care for Hiccup, and you care for the dragon that he finds named Toothless, which I think is kind of a cute little name for the dragon. Also, How to Train Your Dragon includes some of the most thrilling 3D that I've seen since Avatar, and I know that is a very bold statement, but the first scene where Hiccup is riding his dragon, the way it's shot, it just looks beautiful. The 3D has such a depth to it, and literally there's some times where the camera is kind of behind them and it zooms in to make you kind of feel like you're riding the dragon, and you get to go through all the ups and downs and everything. And it feels like you're right there with it, and I remember watching that sequence and thinking, this is how I felt at times watching Avatar, with my mouth open and just like, whoa, this is awesome. So really interesting 3D stuff. The action sequences are also pretty exhilarating, especially with the exception of him flying on the dragon. The final action sequence that takes place in this film, which is kind of a big showdown type of a deal. Very interesting, very entertaining. Very engaging type of animated cinema that I think is kind of lacking also in the animation department as far as making thrilling action scenes. And the action scenes at the end of How to Train Your Dragon are very thrilling. I'm also pleasantly surprised by the ending to this film, and I think most of the time when you see a kids movie, which is basically what I would say How to Train Your Dragon is, a kids animated film, it goes for the very run-of-the-mill ending, which I'm totally fine with, and How to Train Your Dragon doesn't necessarily deviate from the path too much, but it includes this one little thing that they add at the end of it to make it so much realistic and adds a much more serious tone to the end of this film that I think works really well, and it's surprisingly touching. I found myself really caring about Hiccup and Toothless by the end of this film, and it stirred up some emotions in me, safe to say. and I think it's because of this film, and I think it's because of the parallels that it draws with not just, you know, a human and a dragon, but a human with another human being, basically. I really liked How to Train Your Dragon a lot. Any flaws that I have with the film are very minor, and all of them kind of stem from the introduction to this film, which I think takes a little while to get going. It took a little while for me to actually be invested in what was going on, but once it does, I was happily along for the ride. I give How to Train Your Dragon a very strong and a very enthusiastic 4 out of 5. I highly recommend that anybody out there go see it. It's not just for little kids. I know the title sounds like it's just for little kids, but it's not. It's actually a pretty solid animated film, and one that I'm sure will be nominated for Oscar Best Picture in the animated category by 2011 for next year's. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching, and I will be back tomorrow with another one for you. Thanks.